very important for a wine person, a person who's really into the wines, to form some interesting habits that might enhance their wine experience. Anyone can drink wine. You just raise the glass and down it goes. But to enjoy the wines, to really get into the beauty of the wines, and to savor the wines, you need to know a few things. So we're going to talk first about color. In the next edition, we're going to talk about swirling, the next one about smelling, and the last, and the most beautiful, the taste of the wine. But first about color. I want you to pour some wine about 1/3 of the way into the glass. Make sure it's no more than 1/3 into a nice wide bowled glass. Take a look at the color. It needs to be a very pure color, no sediment. Look again and you'll find a deep, lovely, beautiful red in the Cabernets. In the Pinot Noirs, they're a little bit lighter, but the thing is they need to be pure. So take a look at it, tilt it at a 45-degree angle, and make certain that it is pure wine. That's the most important thing, and the very first thing you'll want to find out about wine drinking. In my next segment, I'll talk about wine swirling, why we do that. It's really not a nervous habit. It has a very important function. Now, the swirl really sets up the smell. When you swirl, you're aerating the wine. So let's do that right now. This is the technique of swirling. And I'm looking at the wine now as it swirls, and the important thing to me is that not only is it aerating, collecting the bouquet of the wine, it's showing me the wine's legs. Difficult to see right now, but what you see basically is residue, a little bit of the wine left on the inside of the glass. If it's a good solid pair of legs, which every good man hopes for, you're going to know that the alcohol content is considerable, and the wine is a good, solid, heavy-bodied wine, which most people enjoy. The first element in the bouquet of wine is to get your nose down into the wine glass. I mean, let's be serious about it. Let's get right down in there, and I want you to inhale several times, very sharp inhalations, so you can get the aroma into your sinuses, into the mouth, to prepare you for the main event, which is the taste. So, short, sharp inhalations. Look at the wine, then smell the wine. You're setting yourself up for that lovely taste to come. Lovely. You may smell flowers, you may smell minerals, you may smell the earth. Several things. Actually, individuals have over 200 different ways to smell wine. Don't count them. You may not reach 200. You may just smell wine, and that's good too. We've been talking about the color, the swirl, the smell, and now we're going to do the best, and that's the tasting. It's a 4-part harmony, you might say. Each one depends on the other. So when you're tasting of wine, I want you to taste the wine. Underline that. Not swallow, but taste the wine, which means you put a small amount of wine in your mouth and let it sit there for seconds. Each of your taste buds will get a chance to absorb the fine qualities of this wine. The last element, we'll put a little tag on that, is the swallow. If a wine is truly terrific and will taste wonderfully, it will leave a wonderful finish in your mouth, leaving perhaps a number of seconds of taste, maybe even a minute if you're fortunate. Those are the 4 elements of wine tasting. Remember them. It will elevate you from a wine drinker to a wine connoisseur or aficionado. That's what we all strive for in this wonderful world of wine.